For the first time since the end of apartheid, the African National Congress, or ANC, has lost its majority in the national elections. Welcome back to our channel, where we provide you with the latest news happening in South Africa. To understand the gravity of the ANC losing its majority, we need to go back to the days of apartheid, a period of institutionalized racial segregation and discrimination that lasted from 1948 to 1994. The ANC was at the forefront of the struggle against this oppressive regime. Nelson Mandela, a key figure in the ANC, became a global symbol of resistance and hope. After years of imprisonment, Mandela's release in 1990 marked the beginning of the end for apartheid. In 1994, South Africa held its first democratic elections, and the ANC emerged victorious, with Nelson Mandela becoming the country's first black president. The ANC promised to rebuild and reconcile a nation torn apart by decades of racial injustice. Over the years, the party implemented numerous reforms, but not without facing significant challenges and controversies. Fast forward to recent years, the political landscape in South Africa has become increasingly complex. Since its historic victory in 1994, the ANC has dominated South African politics. However, in the past decade, the party has faced growing dissatisfaction from the public due to issues like corruption, economic stagnation, and service delivery failures. Several key political players have emerged, challenging the ANC's dominance. The Democratic Alliance, DA, Economic Freedom Fighters, EFF, and other parties have gained significant support, capitalizing on the ANC's weaknesses. As we approach the 2024 elections, the political tension was palpable. Leading up to the elections, all eyes were on the major political parties and their campaigns. The ANC, led by President Cyril Ramaphosa, faced an uphill battle to regain public trust. Meanwhile, the DA and EFF focused on key issues like unemployment, crime, and corruption, resonating with a frustrated electorate. The media played a crucial role in shaping public opinion, with extensive coverage of campaign events, debates, and opinion polls. As Election Day approached, it was clear that this would be one of the most contested elections in South Africa's post-apartheid history. Election Day in South Africa is always a significant event, marked by high voter turnout and a sense of civic duty. This election was no different. Millions of South Africans headed to the polls, eager to make their voices heard. The day proceeded relatively smoothly, with isolated incidents reported but no major disruptions. As the polls closed and counting began, the nation held its breath. The election results were historic. For the first time since the end of apartheid, the ANC did not secure a majority. This marked a significant shift in the political landscape of South Africa. Reactions poured in from across the political spectrum. ANC leaders vowed to regroup and address the issues that led to their loss. Opposition parties celebrated their gains, promising a new era of governance and accountability. So, what went wrong for the ANC? Several factors contributed to their loss of majority. Internal divisions, leadership challenges, and a series of scandals eroded public trust. The ANC's inability to effectively address economic challenges and provide basic services also played a critical role. When we compare this election to previous ones, it's clear that the ANC's support base has been steadily eroding. The question now is whether they can reinvent themselves and regain the trust of the South African people. The immediate impact of the ANC losing its majority is a shift in the political balance of power. Coalition governments are now in place, leading to more dynamic and perhaps unstable political negotiations. This shift will also affect policymaking and governance. Economically, the uncertainty will have both positive and negative effects. On the one hand, a more accountable government could lead to better management of resources. On the other hand, political instability could deter investment. Looking ahead, the future of South African politics is uncertain but promising. The ANC will need to undergo significant reforms to remain relevant. New political alliances and coalitions will emerge, reshaping the political landscape. The long-term outlook for South African democracy will depend on how effectively the new government can address the challenges facing the nation and whether the ANC can adapt to its new role. In conclusion, the ANC losing its majority in the recent elections is a watershed moment in South African history. It signals a potential shift towards a more pluralistic and accountable political system. However, it also poses significant challenges that the country must navigate carefully. That's all for today's update. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more news and analysis on the latest events. Until next time, take care and stay informed.